My name is Ishmael Ortiz.
My name is Amaya Cartagena.
And this is
A Powerful New Era.
So today, this is the first episode of A Powerful New Era, and with my boy, Geoffry. And so about Powerful New Era, I'm bringing on the athletes of New Era onto the podcast of Powerful Mind. And just about their life story, what they got going on in the community, and
yeah, and if you want to see more as to like why we even did this, we did drop our interview together where we explained why it works, the athletes and the creators, how linear it really is. We'll talk about it, more in the interview as well. You'll see it. But welcome, guys, and tell them to roll the intro.
Roll the intro.
The first thing that I kind of wanted to jump into is, how do you guys know each other? Like, how did this happen? How are we here? Start from day one.
How you want to go?
How did it go?
First?
Shoot, I don't even know.
What?
How I met you first. Like, wasn't that your counselor or something?
Yeah, so back when I was small, like younger, I went to the Boys and Girls Club back in Northport.
That's right.
And he was my counselor, my first ever counselor at the 9-12s. And
That's right.
now it's just full circle. Like, imagine that. So he went from counselor to now my teammate in the leagues and stuff like that, and just a true mentor. And now he's right in front of me, you feel me? So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, so can you... I never went to the Boys and Girls Club, so I don't know. What does a counselor do? Like?
So now it's called a youth development professional.
Oh.
So it's since
Fancy.
upgraded. Yeah.
Upgraded.
But pretty much a youth development professional pretty much watches and oversees like a certain age group. And then they take them through different like activity areas, whether that's the gym, the computer lab,
The game room.
outside field, and then they run different activities at these places.
Everybody I hoop with now, mainly, that's where I grew up and where I met everybody.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so you guys just like kicked it off and...
well, we didn't really like kick it off. It was like he was my counselor. He did
Right.
show me like the ways. Obviously, when my mom obviously dropped me off and stuff like that, he was my counselor. So he'd watch me, mentor me, show me certain things, make sure I wasn't doing bad, stuff like that. So it's just in that moment he was literally just like a caretaker and like mentor, like I said. But then now, when I started growing up, I did work there, and then he started.
Okay.
I knew, like, I started playing basketball. He started showing me like certain ways to shoot, stuff like that, and then it just started rolling.
Yeah, it's blossomed ever since. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Do you look up to him?
I do. Him, Larry, those are my guys, man.
Yeah. I just put him on the spot. You look up to him? He's sitting right here.
That means a lot. That means a lot because because the profession I work in, you're not gonna get rich. So
Right.
you do it because you're passionate about it, and I like working with youth and like being that mentor, whether that's a father figure or a friend or just a teacher. So so when I hear things like I look up to you and they ask for advice, that brings fulfillment. So.
Sure. What do you do currently for work?
So yeah, right now I work for the Boys and Girls Club of the Sarasota and DeSoto counties as a teen program director.
Okay.
Yeah, so a different role. So I oversee all of the teen programs for my site in Sarasota.
They be doing the best field trips back then. I swear, we went on one to Orlando. It wasn't anything crazy, but the hotel over there.
You guys have fun?
Perfect. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, we're known to take teens on different trips, different opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I can go down the list.
It's one of the best parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and one unique thing is that we do a lot of first timer, like things that are first time for each of them.
Oh,
Been
really?
on a plane. They never been on a plane before. Never been outside the
yeah.
state. Never seen snow. Never stayed at a hotel before.
Wow.
Like
okay.
a lot of first time things
Yeah.
that we've done for the kids. Yeah.
That's super cool. It's super interesting. So now that we're here in this moment on the podcast on our first A Powerful New Era episode.
Let's go.
You've seen New Era from the beginning, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So what has your perspective been seeing New Era start from nothing to now you're on a podcast for it?
Man, I mean, I think, like, I mean, he'll say it. I think he reached out. He's like, I got something in the works, and I want you to be the first, New Era athlete.
First to be
like,
a part of it.
First, I didn't really know what it was. Like, didn't know what it was. But having, worked with him and being with him and seeing what he's put on social media and how he's growing his thing, it's been like a community. It's like almost like he's building like a nice community of athletes, like a family type vibe.
Tough,
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for.
And then he's also, I would say he's selective in who he wants to be a part of the team, because
for sure.
you got to be positive. You got to be dedicated. You got to be motivated. You got to be doing the right things, right? So
exactly what New Era is about, like exactly what you said, and that's why I chose him to work with me on this New Era stuff, because you know what it takes to work hard. So it's compared to everybody else.
Yeah, which is super dope, and it's actually super cool to see like your guys' dynamic, because obviously I came from out of nowhere and met the both of you, and it's just really interesting to see your guys' dynamic and how much you are working with each other and how alike you guys are and everything.
Can I ask you a question? Because because we were doing our thing, and then all of a sudden,
out of nowhere, she came
out of nowhere, just like.
So I'm gonna actually explain it. So I actually came and hit up Powerful Mind at first to come and bring New Era, bring the athletes to this podcast, and then obviously I didn't get like a text back from New Era. I mean Powerful Mind.
Okay.
For a week or two.
Put me on blast.
And then,
yo, I need to check the.
And then I DM'd her, Amaya, and I was just like, yo, I want to do this for New Era. Let me know. Get back to me. We started working together. After our first interview, we did hang out a week or two before, to talk about ideas, like how should we do it, stuff like that, like things that, like the small details. And then, we just kicked it off. She said that she wanted to see what New Era was about firsthand. She came to one of the games. She loved it. And then she just started recording for New Era. And then that's when I kind of branded off to Team New Era. And that's why I tell all these athletes, like, come join the New Era, because then you'll get mic'd up clips, you'll get whatever you want, really, if you just, join the cause.
Yeah. So when he did hit me up about it, and like you said, we hopped on a phone call originally, because I wanted to hear what he had to say. I wanted to hear what his game plan was. I wanted to know how motivated and dedicated he was. I wanted to know what his work ethic was gonna, look like. Because I was the same way. I had no idea what New Era was, And it was just super dope in general for him to see. He saw Powerful Mind and everything I've done with Powerful Mind and wanted to work with me, which was really cool to have that interaction. So then he came to, I wanted him to see. It's so crazy, because I wanted him to see what Powerful Mind was about firsthand and feel the energy and feel, what I'm trying to build up and everything. So he came to a recording and
met all these guys.
Yeah, met the whole team. And he obviously really liked it, and he really liked everything I was trying to do. And the same way that you said about the community with like athletes and being selective, it's the same exact thing for Powerful Mind, but I do that with creators. So I do that with, videographers, photographers, producers, engineers, models, just all those different creative fields, do the exact same thing and build that community with them as well. So that's why New Era and Powerful Mind align so similarly in our company's, goals and our, mission statements, except he does it for athletes and I do it for creators. So I was like, what if, when he hit me up, we kind of decided like having the first segment of the Powerful Mind podcast, the first segment, a Powerful New Era, where instead of interviewing the creators like I do, we interview the athletes. Yeah, gotcha. So it provides you guys with a platform too, to talk about all the things that are super interesting, and it's such a great community. And that's like one of the things I was, I think, mainly surprised about was how tight-knit that community was. And I didn't even know that was a thing, honestly. Like the basketball community like that in the area.
I love it.
So, it was super cool for me to walk into the game, and then even the guys already knew like a Powerful Mind's here like when I walked in, and it was just really cool. So us working together with the same ideas, and it's just gonna go to the moon.
The moon.
Go to the moon.
No,
so that's kind of how we started working together for this segment. as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's kind of a trade-off here. But you're the first new era athlete and the first one that we're
To be on this
interviewing.
podcast.
And so I was kind of, like I said, I was doing my research on you. So you played college ball, correct?
I did, yes. So I played. So a lot of people don't know this, which is not their fault. Maybe their fault.
I don't even know too much.
Yeah. So my first 2 years of college basketball was at a school called Florida Christian College.
Oh.
So that was an NCCAA program.
Okay.
So I played 2 years there. I played 2 years there. Then I transferred to Goshen College up in Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Indiana,
yeah. So long story short, I was at Florida Christian College my freshman year, pretty good. Started my freshman year as a freshman. Where am I blanking out at? What did I do? Well, I'll forget my stats. But anyhow, I was one of the top freshmen in our conference. And then my sophomore year, I ended up making second team all conference.
Nice.
I won National Player of the Week 1 week.
Nice.
And that week.
Player of the week.
Player of the week, literally.
Player of the week.
No, this is National Player of the Week.
Yeah,
I know. No,
Like,
it's crazy.
in our
I'm just-
Yeah, so that's a big deal.
That's a
big
huge deal.
That's different.
And the reason why I got that is because I 6 games straight, I scored 30 points in a 30 point play. 16 straight games. So it was, I didn't even realize
Hey,
it.
so you used to this, man.
Yeah. No, but I did that, and then I said second team on conference, did that. And then the reason why I transferred to Goshen College is because I wanted to play at a bigger school. And at the school that I was at, and I wanted to switch the school I was currently at, Florida Christian College, didn't have my major. So
Okay.
let me bring it back a little bit. So, so in high school, I wanted to play college basketball, right? And that's all I wanted to do.
And for the people, what high school did you go to?
I went to Northport High School,
Yeah.
home of the Bobcats.
Home of the Bobcats.
Some snaps for that one. That was the first snap.
Yeah. Senior year, most improved player on my senior year. I think that was the first year we beat Port Charlotte High School in history.
Wow.
That year, my senior year.
Wow.
Do you know what year?
I don't. It was.
You saw the year you graduated?
Yeah.
08?
Yeah.
Oh.
08, yeah. Don't ask me how old I am.
Dang, you gave it away.
I know.
You gave it away. You gave it away.
No,
But I graduated high school and I was like, I wanted to play college basketball. I want to go play. I wasn't even worried about like what I wanted to study. Like,
Oh yeah.
I kind of knew I wanted to be like a computer engineer. But at the school I went to, but first I wanted to play college basketball. So
Thanks.
I was like, this is my opportunity to go play. I went to go play. They didn't have my major, so I'm there just like doing general studies, knowing that I'm probably gonna transfer after my second year. So then I was like, I want to play at a bigger school, and I want to, maybe get out of Florida, see what's out there. Cause I know it's hard to leave the nest, right? It's hard to
Very
leave
hard.
the community, leave everybody you grew up in high school with, and leave that space. And I was like, you know what? I gotta get out. I just gotta go. Just
Yeah.
go run it.
Yep.
So I was like, I don't know how it ended. Oh, a training coach came down from Goshen College to one of our practices, and we just got in touch, and I spoke to my coach. My coach was a pretty good coach because he was like, for him it was he wanted what's best for the athlete as opposed to keeping us there. Like he was like, if you want to leave, we understand now. We're gonna help push. So he was so good with that. So trainer came down, did a tryout or not tryout, went through a training session. Then they flew me out there to Goshen, tried out, and then that was history.
Nice.
Played 2 years there. Started all 4 years for 2 different schools. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Kind of cool. Didn't win anything there.
Was it because, like, the squad? Like, how was the squad looking?
So my senior year, we were ranked 12th in the nation.
Okay.
At one point. So we were pretty good. We were a pretty good squad. But just a good experience overall.
So then after college, you moved back to Florida?
After college, I moved back to Florida, and in between the summers, I was working at the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
As a YDP.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I was doing that every summer, and then once I graduated college with a sports management degree, I'm the first in my family to graduate with a college degree.
Let's go.
That's good stuff.
So, and then so what position opened up? The athletic director position opened up for the summer.
Right.
It aligned right with my sports management degree, so I did that for the summer, and it was full time. But during the school year, it became part time.
Okay.
So I was, fresh out of college, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna stick around. It's a nice job. I love working with youth, doing my thing. So I'm doing that for a couple of years. Empowering youth, building youth, mentoring, and having fun. And then finally, I was like, you know what? I got a degree, so let's go get something full time somewhere.
Yeah.
You were the best athletic director at Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, I used to have that thing
At the
jumping.
Northport one?
Listen,
Yeah, he was the best.
I used to have that thing jumping.
Yeah.
I'm no cap. I had.
Remember, hey, I know my people that might be watching this, flex ball, I know y'all remember. Flex ball was
Oh my gosh.
insane.
So flex ball is like the rim is at like 7, 8.5 on each end, and then everyone's out there just talking.
Going insane.
Flexing. And we call it flex ball. Yeah. So I used to have that. As the athletic director, I used to have a jump. I used to have leagues, basketball leagues, football leagues, all the time. And I used to run stats. I used to have little helpers to help me. Like
we had
do
little
the clock.
leagues going on for these kids, and they thought like it was the world to them. Like they took it serious the way we do now.
Yeah, I was because when you're passionate about something, you're just gonna like
you gotta bring it. You gotta bring it.
So I used to have like a nice little snake draft as well. I used to have draft, and then I used to like rank players.
And it's funny because when he left, I was still working there, and I replicated almost the same thing with Travis, and would try to keep it going.
Yeah.
And they loved it. Yeah. Stuff.
But athletic director. After that, I was like, it was part time, and then I was like, all right. After a couple years, I'm like, let me go get something full time. So then I bounced around, worked for a call center one time. Never again. Never again.
Yeah. It's tough. Not an easy life.
No, it's terrible. I did it for 2 months. And then I worked for the county. And then but I always had like a foot in the door with the Boys and Girls Club. So like on my days off, I would like go to the club and like see the kids and say hello. And then finally they called me back, or not. The club reached out to me because there was a new position opening up for full time. And I was almost was like six months in with the county, but the Boys and Girls called me with a new position, and I was like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back, and then I've been there since then.
Nice.
And then I just moved up the chain, just growth professionally.
Nice.
I mean, it's a good spot, man, because the way you like show these kids like how it's done and all that. Props for
Yeah.
Nice. So then have you always played in leagues then after you got out of college, or when did that start happening for you?
Yeah. After college, so after college I tried to play professionally. So I went to like a bunch of combines. I went to a combine in Sarasota to play in like a Canadian league. And I kid you not, I was there, I balled out. Killing, and you couldn't deny it. I'm talking about I was cooking, playing the right way, doing everything. There was another player, and there was a bunch of guys in there, pretty good athletes.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get a contract.
Right.
So I'm going against some guys who are hungry. I was killing.
Yeah, because you was hungry too.
I was grinding.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I was grinding. But there was another player. I'm telling you, I was grinding. There was another player in there who was actually pretty good. Like I could tell. It was good. After the session, and the commissioner of the Canadian League, he came up to me, and I was like, "Oh, it's not okay. Come out of his way to come say something to me." He was like, "You're the second best player."
Yo,
Straight like
that's
that?
crazy. Just straight up.
Well, he was like, "Hey, what's your name? What school you go to? Where'd you go to?" And I answered. I was like, "Yeah, Goshen, blah blah blah." He said he knew Goshen College, blah blah. And then he was like, "Yeah, you were the second best player in this league, in this combine." And I was like, I was like, all right. I'm like, thank you. That's not what I wanted to hear.
But
Did it feel like gut wrenching? Were you like, damn?
It hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way that not like
and they were
not
only
hurt.
picking one guy.
Yeah. They
Wow.
signed that guy
Just
that I was
one?
talking about.
No
that day.
way.
That day.
Wow.
Wow.
That day. And He was pretty good. He played. I don't know. I
Right.
forget.
Yeah,
his name.
you can't deny. Like,
Right,
you gotta
yeah,
give
I
props,
know.
Like,
but,
I'm realistic. Like
Yeah.
I was balling.
but it's still crazy.
Right.
He was pretty good too.
Yeah.
He was pretty good too.
Yeah.
But I think he played at OCP. That's a well-known school, well-known for basketball out in Orlando. But he was a good player. But anyhow, so that didn't work out. So, but I just kept trying. I went to another combine in Orlando. There was a ton of athletes there. So it was like you're in a big pond with too. It just wasn't the best.
You gotta
one.
be like handpicked, basically.
Yeah, you got to know people too. You got to know somebody. You got to have a little connection. And I was going out there solo, like
Connections.
just
For
went out there and did my thing. But that didn't work out. And then in between those, I was playing in men's leagues, adult leagues, in Sarasota County,
In just Sarasota or like other places as well?
I played in other counties as well.
Well, I mean, currently now.
Tell them how many
Oh.
trips you got on there, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was like, like when I was doing my research on you, I was scrolling through like your every like digital footprint ever, and you had so many championships from the leagues. I was like, what?
Yeah. So I kind of like peeked at the clipboard there, and I saw it said how many leagues, and I was
How
like,
many league wins?
or something like that. Or
So many league
championships.
wins.
But,
So many league wins.
So I went on my Instagram. So every time I win a championship, I take a photo.
Well, obviously,
So,
as you
yeah,
should.
and I posted
yeah,
it,
as
and
you should.
Yeah, I posted, and I counted 39.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's around at 39. Yeah. So
Whoa.
right now, and that's in like a
40 coming.
Yeah,
we
no,
try
I
to
was
get
about to
that
say,
40,
y'all gonna win
40,
this? Y'all gonna
30,
win this league?
39 and counting.
39.
39 and counting.
Yeah. But Port Charlotte League, Sarasota, Englewood, Venice. What other leagues?
And so really quick, for people who are on the other side of this who don't like understand leagues and everything, like I did not like 2 months ago, it's like a serious thing. like it's like
and the community is more it's serious to us because we're the ones balling, you feel me? So
yeah, exactly. So when I was like, oh, like beforehand, I was like, oh yeah, it's just playing a league, whatever. But it's like a real, like, serious thing. Like, these guys work really hard to do what they do. And they take a lot of time and effort and dedication and, you know, work ethic and mindset. And so that's like another reason as to why we're all working together, because we all have the same type of hustle and motivation behind it. And so like when they're playing in these leagues, like they are playing, like they're fighting for that win. So to hear they have 39 in counting is crazy.
So it's hard, and I'm sure the athletes in here know, like, when you play competitively, like, you can't just, like, turn off. Right, you can't just go play for fun in a league, right? Even in pickup, we out there trying to rip each other's heads off. But but no, we keep it competitive, and then I was blessed enough to play with a lot of guys who played at a nice level, good, like a collegiate level or pro. So like the teams that I'm on, it's been like not to the college-esque type of feel, but it's the next best thing under, you know, the next best thing. So it's been real. It's been fun. I enjoy winning.
Some athletes just know that they just know we only gonna be a young ones, so we ball out.
Yeah. So you guys winning this one or?
Yeah, we in the playoffs right now in this Port Charlotte League, so number 40.
Yeah,
coming.
for sure. I mean,
For sure.
If we get right.
Yeah, we're gonna get right.
Yeah.
We got a lot of work to do, but we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, but it's really cool to, like, as an outsider, come into that and just see how all of that works. So for you right now, you're working, obviously, very successful in your career, and you love what you do, and then you also do all the leagues. What is some of your bigger goals that you have when it comes to, like, what are you currently, like, working towards, do you feel like, in your life?
So, as you guys know, I mean, I love basketball, right? So, on the side, I like to train younger athletes on the side. So, a personal trainer, if you will, like a basketball trainer. So, I do that on the side. And essentially, I want to have kind of like, well, it is a side hustle. So, like, grow that side hustle to be a nice little business so I can work out, you know, have my own business, be my own boss, if you will. So leaving the BGC,
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part. Yeah, you know what I mean. But maybe I can somehow do both. But I do want to like run my own.
Just recently, I posted a Flick Air Friday, and it was him training some certain athletes and stuff like that at the Boys Men's Club in the gym. So it's dope.
Yeah, and I think, again, just as an outside perspective, people don't realize, like, even just training other people, especially, like, kids, is, like, a big thing, too, that I wasn't, like, aware of, which is really cool, honestly, to see, because, like you said, you do it for the kids, you do it for the community, just really building them up, just showing them, you know, just good things to do, especially in this area, because, like, what else, you know, like, what else are they going to do? So it's really, really dope, really respectable to see you doing all that, and that you're so passionate about it, which is another crazy thing, because I feel like nowadays people aren't super passionate about helping out the community and building it up, and so it's super cool. And one quick thought that I had, like circling back to when you said that you went to the combine and he told you like you're the second best player, what mindset was required to get over that and keep going to the combines and keep training, and you know, so like what happened in your head when that happened?
Kind of like, it was kind of like a slap in the. It was
no,
like
seriously, like talk, like
it was like like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Because when you work so hard at something, like you know, and you don't cut corners and you grind and you really want something so bad, and to be let up, kind of like it drains you a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But what kept me like, you know, it didn't stop me. It got me even more hungry,
more fired up.
Which is crazy, which is a great thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because I felt that experience. I felt that before.
Right.
My freshman year of high school, I didn't make the basketball team.
You didn't make the basketball team the freshman year of high school?
No.
I remember.
Yeah,
what? What do you mean you remember? Yeah. You guys went to...
Yeah, we went to the same high school.
You were in the same grade?
She wasn't tuned in. She wasn't tuned in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
What a small world.
We play basketball every day.
Every day.
I didn't know... How was I supposed to know that? I didn't know that.
You didn't do research.
Facebook friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I should have put two and two together, I guess.
But yeah, I didn't make it my freshman year of high school.
Is that what that felt like? The same, like, kind of...
It was similar. It was similar because I thought I was good enough to play JV.
Right.
Yeah.
But apparently there was 15 players
better
than me.
Worse for him.
Yeah.
Wow. But that lit a fire under me, right? So I literally was shooting basketballs every day, like getting shots up every day, playing people one-on-one.
Bro tells me every day, shots up every day, important.
Yeah, even to this day, like I'm not these leagues. We don't get paid for playing these leagues, right?
Right.
No.
Right. So they're for fun, but I still get shots up. I still practice, still train. You know.
Because it's like fun to grind. Like
that's exactly.
Hustle.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And when you grow up doing that, it's just become routine.
Natural.
Right? Natural, yeah. But I think my favorite player of all time is Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. Right?
Okay.
And so I adopt some of his Mamba mentality. Which
Mamba
is grind.
mentality.
Yeah. Putting in the work, beating people to the gym. You know. If someone say, "Hey, let's go out," I ain't going out. I'm gonna get shots up. Right. And like in high school, it was like that. A lot of people were, you know, they were having sleepovers or going to parties. My parents were strict. They didn't
parties,
have,
bro.
And you know, the Caribbean families are they strict. They strict. So I had no choice but to train and plus that's what I wanted to do. So just grinding, watching Kobe Bryant, listen to his speeches. You know, that keeps me motivated. It keeps me alive, if you will. So,
it's important.
Yeah. I grind. I worked out this morning. Like it's I don't know. I don't know how.
This guy is probably on go 24/7.
Yeah.
On go 24/7.
Yeah. Some people tell me, well, why don't you just chill?
Like, I can't.
He sends me a picture in the gym. I'm like, again, bro?
Because no one's gonna do it for you.
No one's gonna do it for you.
No one's gonna do it for you. So you got.
That's the snaps. That deserves snaps. Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy. Yeah. So and literally everything that you just said again, just It's just crazy how much they align, like creators and athletes, like how linear, you know, the concepts are for each of them, especially like I said when it comes to mindset and whatnot. I'm just curious, what's your like experience working with athletes who, when you have to work with athletes alongside you, like on a team that don't work as hard as you do, or that aren't as dedicated to it as you are? What's that? How do you like overcome that?
It's oh man. I kind of look at it like, actually the way, like, I don't know if this is gonna make sense. The way Kobe said it so best.
Oh yeah, I know what you're.
Oh my God, I wish I could quote him.
What he said was amazing.
I wish I could quote him verbatim, but I don't know. But I'm paraphrasing, but it's something along the line is, when a player when the player asks Kobe like, hey, why don't you pass me the ball? And he says something like, it's because like I'm in the gym every day working my ass off, and I'm putting in the work, and I see these guys rocking in 5 minutes before practice, leaving right after practice ends, but he's in there grinding. So why should I pass you the ball if you're not working as hard as I am? And so, in these leagues, I can't really hold them to that standard. Right. A lot of them have families and a lot of things.
Right.
But
when it's different situations.
But when I take all these shots and I feel like do my thing,
you just
don't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing to me, which they don't, because I would say I'm a pretty all around player. Like I'm not a ball hog, but when I do get hot and I feel like
I'm finding them, feeding them.
Yeah.
No.
That's what it is.
But man, I gotta find that quote. He said it so perfect, Kobe Bryant. He said it so perfect. It's like, why should I pass you the ball if you're not working as hard as me? So.
Do you draw like any inspiration from anything when it comes to? I mean, obviously you said Kobe Bryant, but when it comes to like your mentality and hustle and work ethic, do you look up to anybody else, or do you read? Do you like what do you do to especially mentally too? Because being an athlete is also a mental game as well.
It is. So I
say that like as if I'm an athlete.
But you're not wrong.
It's so funny.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Actually,
So
a lot of percentage of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of things I want to do. I want to like reading. I do. I really do. So I supplement that with watching documentaries.
Okay.
I watch documentaries. I don't know if anyone in here is religious or not, but I'm pretty religious, so I also in my Bible as well. So
nice.
And prayer also helps as well.
Absolutely.
Prayer. Documentaries. That's how I like to keep educating myself with the game, and also just with general information, general knowledge.
Thanks,
so documentaries.
Nice. Do you have any advice for younger athletes who are aspiring to be better and to go pro and to, just step up their game and their work ethic?
Yes, I have so many. To
start spitballing. Talk to the camera.
Yeah,
talk to their soul.
Man, listen here, y'all. When you go to practice, give it 100%. When you're done with practice, you're not done yet. Okay, so you got to put more hours in. So like if you're on a basketball team and you go to practice, coach is telling you what to do, you're doing your thing, and then you're leaving the gym right after practice ends, that's not going to get you where you want to get to. Everybody wants to play professionally. Everybody wants to go to, do all these things, but are afraid of the grind. Like, you got to put in hours and hours of practice outside of practice to get over that hump, to be better than what you expect. So I would say just hours and hours in the gym, sacrificing fun time, sacrificing your friends, sacrificing, a trip. I don't know. You just gotta. You literally got to be. You gotta be addicted to.
You gotta want it. You gotta want it.
You gotta be addicted. So, that's what I would say. I would say, putting in extra hours.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Yes. Consistency, dedication. What else? I mean,
that's pretty much the main ones.
I see you in the lab every week. I go over there to Sarasota sometimes. Go over there and train with them. and just he tells his kids all the time, work, work, work.
Yeah.
Tells me all the time, work, work. That's what I be doing.
Yeah. It's and when I say work hard, it's working hard, but putting in the time. Like it literally has to be like hour, 2 hours. Like 30 minutes is not gonna cut it. You gotta be intentional.
I was just about to say intentional.
Yeah. Very intentional. And looking at, instead of looking at like highlights, you want to watch like drills, like practices, like these athletes.
Breakdowns and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I don't even be watching the highlights. I be watching like their grind. You know, when they have the cameras on. But most of the time, you know, they're working without the cameras, which is why you're like, wow, how are they so good? They're working outside the cameras.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Absolutely. Yeah, I had always heard that you were, anytime your name is mentioned, it's always like in a really positive way and like a really good guy, you know? So it's really cool to have you on. Thank you for coming on and being on and everything. Yeah, for sure. Like I went to Salimar's birthday and she was like, you know Gio? Salimar.
Solomar?
Yeah. That's his cousin.
Small world, bro.
That's his cousin.
What is going on here?
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, I said that earlier, small world, but it
Literally
literally
is
is
a
small
small
world.
world.
Because, bro, she came with us on the trip to the that one Boys and Girls Club trip I talked about. And it's crazy. The Orlando one. And it's like I did not know.
Keystone Conference. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Crazy.
the heck?
Yeah.
I need to interject because you were my basketball coach when I was like 9, probably.
See?
NPYB? Yeah, I used to coach that too. That's so. I mean,
I was
Wow.
playing so
Wow.
oh wow.
I don't think we won a game, but
Was that your
But he was out
coach?
there.
yeah, we was out there.
Was that your coach or that ref? You?
Coach, you were a coach.
He looks really
I
different.
don't know how many years you coached or whatever, but
Yeah. Wow.
You know who he is?
He looks familiar, but
Tell him your name.
Caleb Kiesel.
what the heck? How old are you?
I'm 19,
19?
20 in like a week.
My goodness.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
He's so mind blown
Probably
right
10
now.
years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you understand how big your outreach in the community and impact that you've had on the community is, which is super dope.
And that's why it was perfect to bring you on here, bro. Because you were part of New Era, and I already know the impact that you do around the community, and it speaks a lot. So
It's like a humble flex.
Yeah.
Geoflex, humble.
flex, yeah.
Humble geoflex.
That might be the new hashtag right there. Humble flex.
Humble flex.
Oh my goodness! Because the other day when I went to, I told you this. The Boys and Girls Club, they had like a 3-on-3 tournament.
Yeah.
And I went down there, and I didn't know. I knew some of the faces, but then some I didn't. Like a lot of them I didn't. Comes like, hey, you on New Era?
yeah, they did like some reels and stuff.
Yeah. You were, and they were like, I heard you're pretty tough. I'm like, yeah, I know.
just player a week 3 times.
Just play every
Player
time,
a
bro.
week 3 times,
And the
bro.
only player.
National.
Just
Oh,
national,
international.
second national
International
player
league,
ever,
right?
no problem.
Oh my goodness.
But that's dope.
40
how
points,
just, like,
30 points a game? Yeah.
Even the kids, like when he texted me that, bro, I almost wanted to cry because it's like,
That's your thing.
yeah,
You know what I'm
even the
saying?
kids are out there reaching, like seeing him as a New Era athlete, big, huge.
Huge.
So
And that's
it's
just the start. Like that, and that is the craziest
beginning.
thing about everything that we're doing right now. It's just a start.
It's dope.
Oh my goodness, the future looks bright.
Bright
bright.
as heck.
Looks bright,
I need
yeah.
some sunglasses for it.
I can't even see right
This is crazy.
It's gonna be good.
Do you have any final questions or thoughts?
I don't, man. I just want to say thank you. You really helped New Era, like, from the ground up. I think I recorded you for, like, a month or 2 straight
Yeah.
when it came to, like, the Sarasota games and stuff like that. Put out these videos just to even, like, have New Era in people's faces. And then now, to what it is now, you're my number 1 guy always.
Appreciate
So I
it,
just wanted to
man.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
My guy.
My guy, man.
Appreciate you, man.
But yes, thank you so much again for coming on. We really appreciate you and your time. Super dope to have you as our first powerful New Era guest. Everybody comment. Oh my gosh.
New Era, baby. New Era.
New Era. Go ahead and tell the camera where they can find you and what you got going on lately.
Oh, I've never done this before. Okay, you can follow me on Instagram at GeoFlex. Just like that. GeoFlex. So that's all I got.
So,
That perfect. And as always, guys, well, not as always since this is the first segment, but we will see you next week. Thank you so much, you guys. Peace.
peace.
Yeah.
Go.